applicants, parents, and my dear young future leaders. Welcome to CodeGen, where dreams of people, dreams of nations are built, are molded, are driven upon. CodeGen proudly announced TechRookie Scholarship for school leavers like you to enjoy a work-study scholarship program, to have a first-hand industry experience, and to have a first-hand industry exposure in the Sri Lankan software industry. TechRookie program is a cornerstone project of CodeGen International, where the software industry caters the work and study environment to your brothers, to your sisters, and your children, and to you, young and future leaders. So we are gathered here on a special occasion, special for me, special for the company, and special for you, where we are discussing the ideas and origins of TechRookie program. This is not just one initiative. This is not just a initiative that targets upon few people. This targets upon you. And to give a better idea, before we move on to the main panel discussion in our webinar, I have a very esteemed dignitary who is the Senior Vice President, Strategy and Head of TechRookie program. Dasun, hi.
Hi, Atif. So Atif, thank you very much for welcoming everyone to our webinar and also to our headquarters here in Colombo. So I want to start by wishing everyone a very good evening. And also, I want to thank everyone for the enthusiasm that they have shown by sending large number of applications. We have twice the number of applications that we had last year. And that is in fact a vote of confidence that everyone has placed on us. So I want to start by saying that one of the main reasons that we want to have this webinar is to give everyone an understanding about CodeGen and also give some details about the TechRookie program, and also to highlight some of the benefits that each participant would get as part of being in the TechRookie program, and also what are our next steps in selection. So I'm sure everyone is waiting eagerly to find that out.
Certainly. And myself, I am very eager to learn about the concepts and the ideas behind TechRookie. But Dasun, I believe before we jump in to our main event, we owe the parents and the applicants an explanation on CodeGen and what we do and what we provide to the table in the software industry.
Yes, definitely, Atif, and I'm sure that is a way that we can start this discussion. So CodeGen is primarily a technology company. We were founded 23 years ago. We started with 2 people, and now we have over 800 being employed. We are employing some of the brightest Sri Lanka's talents. We have 2 other locations other than our head office here in Sri Lanka. We have one in Rajagiriya and one in Kandy in the mountains, where we have our environment sustainability campus called CodeGen Rise. And we are also in the process of forming another location in a very strategic location here. So outside of Sri Lanka, we have 3 offices globally. We have 1 office in London, in the United Kingdom. We have another one in Orlando, Florida, in the United States. And we also have another office in Dubai, in the Middle East. So CodeGen started as a software development company, but we have diversified over the years. Right now, we have moved into other areas of technology, including mobility, sustainability, services, education, agriculture, and we have really diversified us. For example, some of the well-known brands that are in news right now, like the Vega supercar, or the ETX electric 3-wheeler, or Sri Lanka's largest charging network, ChargeNet, are all part of the CodeGen family. So as a software development company, our main product is TravelBox, which is a process automation platform for the travel and leisure industry. So we have a global clientele spanning multiple continents, from North America to Europe to Asia, in the Middle East, and also in Australia. So that shows that we have such a global operation, and that is a testament to the type of talent that we have in this country to cater for such a large operation. So it is to nurture this talent that we have initiated this TechRookie program, and also to invest in Sri Lanka's technology future. I'm sure that gave a good understanding of about CodeGen, and also a good segue to start our discussion.
Certainly, Dasun. I believe it gave the parents and the children who applied for this program also an idea on what they are stepping into, what they are learning about. But it is now our time to move right into the panel discussion, where we can have a fruitful discussion on what TechRookie 360 program is about, what this work-study scholarship is about. So Dasun, walk with me to the panel discussion.
Sure.
Welcome back. We are joined here in the panel discussion. One of the most anticipated program for you at home. I know you're nervous. I know you have a lot of questions. I'm pretty sure I have the best people with me to answer these questions, to give you the insight that you require. Before I start the panel discussion, I take the pleasure and privilege in introducing these dignitaries. Dasun, of course, the Senior Vice President, the head of TechRookie program, whom you met earlier, gave a wonderful explanation on what CodeGen is all about and why we are stepping into the era of work-study scholarship to help your children. With me, I have on my right, Head of Delivery, Director of Delivery to be precise, Nimalka Lucas, Director of Quality Assurance, Ashani Halpita, Program Manager, Madhuku Vijayaseri. So these are the dignitaries that will be joining the panel discussion today. And I am your host, Atif Nihas. Jumping right in, jumping to the question that you, I'm pretty sure at home have, and I, if I were an applicant, might definitely have. I would propose this question to Nimalka. Nimalka, we talked about CodeGen, we talked about this need for this scholarship program. Why did CodeGen decide to initiate TechRookie 360 program? What was the thought process and motivation behind its creation?
Right, Atif. So if you take the TechRookie program, so the objectives that, there were many objectives that we actually wanted to achieve from this TechRookie program. But before that, you might know that there have been multiple scholarship programs which are quite similar to TechRookie. But CodeGen didn't actually want to go ahead with just another scholarship program, because we wanted to make sure that by employing a scholarship program, that the objectives that that CodeGen would want to achieve are aligned with the objectives of the scholarship program. So that's why we initiated TechRookie. So if I go into the objectives, like first and foremost, we wanted to identify and actually nurture exceptional, passionate young talent who are out there, and also to recognize true potential which goes beyond the academic scores. So, if you take all the students who sit for A-levels and who get really good scores, really good academic scores, but when they come into the industry, we find that how they fare and how they tackle the real world problems, sometimes actually they struggle. So it's not just about academic scores, it's about how you actually apply, and mostly how passionate you are in order to achieve what you really want. So one of the main strong and one of the main focuses that we have on this TechRookie program is on real world problem solving. And also additionally, we wanted to give opportunities for students who might otherwise be unable to pursue such a degree program, because as you know, with the current situation of the country, it's quite difficult to fully sponsor a program like that. So to give an opportunity for all the passionate and the really deserving people out there with a program like that. And finally, this is a bold step that we have taken in order to foster a generation of professionals who are not just academically sound, or we might say like who are book smart, but we wanted to create a generation who are equipped with practical skills for problem solving. I hope I answered your question.
I believe yes, Nimalka. I think one of the key points that you mentioned is to have people who have the hands-on experience and give them the platform to learn and get the industry experience upfront so that they have a way forward in their career. I believe it's a wonderful initiative that the team is taking forward. And posting an open question, posting an honest question that the parents also might have. The concept of work-study programs is not alien to Sri Lankan IT industry. So Ashani, could you explain what sets TechRookie 360 program apart from other scholarship programs in the tech industry? In what ways does it stand out as a unique opportunity for young leaders that are watching today?
Yes, Satip. So this is a very important question where the students and the parents wants to get to know about. So I will elaborate my answer in taking several factors. So the first one is we let the students to get hands-on experience in multiple disciplines in the software development. So in that we have taken real-world project assignments, so real-world project work for them to work with, so that they will get the hands-on experience on those all the areas or all the streams. So that is why we have called this TechRookie program is 360 view as well. So all the technology organization, there are so much of most important streams are there. So all the exposure we are hoping to give them in this TechRookie program. And I want to elaborate another point, that is we have structured this program in a more synchronized way where it is aligned with university curriculum. So we ensure a smooth integration between academic learning as well as practical exposure. And the third point that I want to say is the onboarding program of TechRookies. So in TechRookie program we have carefully organized, because this is the first step, or this is the foundation for the youngest to step into the industry. So that is why we have carefully designed this TechRookie program. And another point that I want to highlight is, which is very important one, that is we have most experienced and expertise professionals we assign as the supervisor as well as the mentors, because we have assigned all the students. For every student we have assigned one mentor. So for each and every student, that they can get feedback, constructive feedback for whatever the work that they do. So all these points, I think, which elaborate what is the uniqueness of this program comparing to the other scholarship programs.
Indeed, Ashani. Thank you for the wonderful insight. I do have a question that stems out of what you and Nimalka and yourself spoke about. But before that, I have one opportunity for the audience, parents and children watching today. You do have the opportunity to ask any question that you want. So in the Zoom platform, make sure that you type out any question that you have, any question that is in dire need of an answer. Our team will select the questions and will be taking later after our panel discussion is open. So we have our Zoom master who is ready to collect these questions. So please flow away with all of your questions. So keeping that point back in my mind, where Ashani and Nimalka constantly emphasize the benefits of scholarship. One thing that in my knowledge coincides with scholarship is a sponsorship. So that's also a very critical aspect of a scholarship. Madhuka, my question is to you. The TechRookie 360 program offers a full sponsorship for the students. Could you elaborate on what this means for students and how it differentiates the program from others?
Yeah, so I think first to state the obvious, echoing what Nimalka also said, we all know the cost of this type of a well-recognized academic qualification would be. So not having to bear that cost itself is going to be a massive relief to the students as well as their families. And also, like Nimalka mentioned, it also opens doors for those who are not in a position to pursue such level of high quality education to get that opportunity and to engage in their degree program. So that in essence is what the full scholarship would enable. But like I said, that is the obvious part. But the unseen part is that while that is being done, the company puts a massive investment to make sure that these students are very well prepared in the industry. Their skill sets are improved. When I say skill set, both technical and soft skills are very well improved, and that they are in very good shape right from the start to meet the demands of the industry. So that is what we see as the full sponsorship, and that is the key differentiator as well when it comes to this program.
Thank you, Madhukar. I think a lot of answers were based on the missions and visions that CodeGen put forward. The stakeholders from CodeGen parties putting forward on how we as a company are trying to help your children and the existing tech rookies to perform and to have an industry exposure as they deserve. But I think to add more value to this panel discussion, to add more essence to this discussion, I would like to hand over my session to my co-host for the day, Swati, to interview fellow tech rookies from our senior batches here. Swati, I give the control to you.
Thank you so much, Atif. So, warm greetings to everyone watching from home. So here with me, I have Piviru. He is a tech rookie from our senior most batch. So, hi, Piviru.
Hi, Swati.
Hi. So, would you like to say how your tech rookie life has been thus far?
So yeah, I'm Piviru. I've been in the TechRookie program since January, and it's been a really interesting experience so far, and I've gotten a lot of opportunities that I don't think you can get anywhere else actually. And I think I fully got to embrace the 360 experience here.
What do you mean by this 360 experience, Piviru?
So yeah, as Ashani Akki mentioned earlier, we actually got to experience multiple streams of the software process. So in my personal experience, I actually got a lot of exposure in project management, where we followed a lot of agile processes, which you guys will get to learn and experience later. It's all about collaboration. And other than that, I got a lot of experience in BA as well, business analysis, where I got to actually talk with local and foreign clients in actual business scenarios to add actual value to the company. So I think that I'm really grateful for that opportunity as well.
Okay, so you spoke about two streams, which was project management and business analysis. Is there any stream that you are particularly interested in and that you want to pursue in the company?
Of course. So in my project, personally, I was exposed to the DevOps side a lot. And I don't think a lot of guys watching at home would actually know what DevOps is. But in a nutshell, it's about what comes after the coding process. So that's like developing, after the development, it's like managing and deploying software. So I really enjoyed that part of the process, and I really hope to pursue that in the future.
Thank you, Piviru. So the final question I have for you is, so what are the benefits that you have gained through this program for your university studies?
Yeah, what like the modules we cover in university, the stuff that we actually need for those modules, we would have actually covered here already. In my projects, in what I've experienced in this office, I've had a lot of experiences that I could use later for my courseworks, for my assignments. So I think that was a really nice experience, and I actually got to excel a lot in my studies because of this opportunity I had.
Thank you so much, Piviru, for those wonderful words. So now I'll be handing the session back over to Atif to continue the panel discussion. Over to you, Atif.
Thank you, Swati, for conducting a discussion with Piviru on getting his experience on his journey as a tech rookie in CodeGen International. So I believe there's a lot for us to take from what he had to share. Listening to what Piviru also mentioned and listening to what these dignitaries echoed in their respective sessions, one of the things that both me as a moderator today and you as an audience would have in mind is, what are the prerequisites? How can I join this program? To provide our audience with a clear understanding, Dasun, could you please elaborate on the prerequisites for joining the TechRookie 360? Are there any specific stream, subject restrictions that potential applicants should be aware of?
Yeah, Atif, that's a very good question. If you look at the current tech industry, there's a misconception that you have to follow a particular work stream, or you have to follow a particular A-level stream, so to speak, in order to get into technology. So I can categorically say that our program considers students from all streams, and it is not limited to one particular stream. On the other side, I think there's two aspects to this, because this is a work-study program. So first we have to look at the work side. So from a CodeGen perspective, one of the prerequisites that we look for is a person's passion to create technology. The second one is of course having a positive attitude to have, let's get things done, let's get it going. So that type of positive attitude, and to face challenges. On the third side, we also want them to have an eagerness to learn new things, and an eagerness to learn amidst challenges. So that's on the work side. On the study side, obviously we are partnering with our education partners. So they themselves do have a criteria for selection, but that criteria is not aggressive. I'm sure many who are watching this webinar are able to achieve those criteria. I think I should also take a minute and address the elephant in this room, so to speak, which is the delay in our A-level results, because I'm so sure many participants here are experiencing that, and we are not sure when those will be released. So from our side, what we have decided is we are going to process all your applications having the A-level as pending results, so that we will focus on the other areas, because there's more weight that is carried to the other aspects which I talked about than the A-level results. And we will start the selection process. And if the results are there towards the end, we may weigh that in, but that's not going to be a blocker for us to proceed. So in effect, those are the basic prerequisites that you have. As long as you have a learning mindset and a positive attitude and a passion for technology, that's all we will look at.
Thank you, Dasun, for wonderfully putting that explanation in. And I think while you explain, one of the things that struck my mind is we expect the participants to have a positive learning attitude. And I think with positive learning attitude, what comes is the ability to explore and learn hands-on experience. So the next question ties in essence with having hands-on experience. So Nimalka, how does practical hands-on experience acquired through this work-study program contribute to help students better understand complex concepts that is related to their work and studies?
Right, Ajit. Yeah. So when it comes to the real world working environment, I think we want all the students to be exposed into three things. So I'd like to focus on only three things, like practical scenarios, then real-time problem solving, and industry-based practices. So if I take a small example, so for example, if you want to excel in software engineering, and say you have chosen your stream as Java, and you cover your course module in your campus, or you do a certification, a Java certification, or if you are interested in project management, you do a project management related certification, and you believe that you are basically you have all the skill sets in order to excel in a corporate environment. But once you join, like what we have found is some people have scored like almost 100 marks in their certifications and like got really good results in all of these certifications, but once they come to the real world like problems or real world problem solving, they really struggle, because the application of theory is completely a different ballgame. So exposing them to practical scenarios And real-time problem solving is what we want to achieve from day one, from this program. And also, we are hoping to mainly bridge this gap through this program.
Thank you, Nimarka, for explaining how the industry experience differs from what we learn via textbook, what we learn in the materials. I believe the industry experience itself shifts and transforms people to become better advocates for the tech industry, especially in Sri Lanka, where the market is very large compared to other areas around the world. And while we talk about that, one of the aspects is, Nimarka, you would agree, it is the work and study, that is academic and professional combination. So Ashani, my question to you is, what advice would you offer to students considering the TechRookie program to ensure they make most of their academic and professional journey?
Yeah, well, balancing work commitment as well as academic learning, it can be challenging. But I'm not saying that it is very easy task, but it can be very challenging also. But if you carefully balance and plan your day and effective time management will help the students in order to achieve success in both the areas. So for this question, I want to elaborate and give a few tips as well. So the students have to have a kind of schedule, weekly schedule, where they have dedicated time blocks for studies as well as for the work. And then they have to have communication with their supervisor daily for academic conflicts as well as for the project work conflicts things. And the other one I want to highlight is plan ahead. So you need to plan ahead before each and every semester, and then if there are any work commitments and if it conflicts with academic learning, so then you can talk with the supervisor and resolve those things and set small milestones and have goals, and according to that prioritize your work. And effective time management is very essential in this program. So I have listed down only few things in here, but as you can see, we have several successful tech rookies who are working with us. So that is the success factor, that everyone can join and get success on this tech rookie program.
Thank you, Ashani. I believe it's the realistic point of view to highlight that not only the receiving end, it is a work-study program, but from a student's perspective, you have to push your fair share of effort is, well, I believe is very realistic to say. Thank you, Ashani, for pointing out that in a very systematic manner for the parents and the viewers at home to understand. I would like to give more insights on how our senior tech rookies are feeling about the surroundings today. So once again, I would like to give my controls back to our co-host for the day. Swati, over to you.
Thank you so much, Atif. So with me, I have another senior tech rookie with us. We have Navoda here. Hi, Navoda, how are you?
Hello, hello, Swati.
Okay, so what was your first impression of this Tech Rookie 360 program?
Well, to be honest, at first when I got introduced to the program plan of TechRookie 360, I had my doubts, looking at all the streams and topics I had to work through. I was like, I might get overwhelmed or exhausted by learning all these things, because at that time when I first came here, I had no prior experience in the IT field, so I was a bit nervous, to be honest. But let me tell you, now I realize that it was the best part of the program.
Thank you so much, Navoda. So could you explain a little bit about the knowledge that you have gained through this program about the IT industry?
Well, moving through the streams like project management, business analysis, quality assurance, and then UI, UX, I found that to be very fun and interesting, because as I told you before, I had zero ideas what those things were. And also as we had to spend a little more than a month in each of those streams, we got plenty of time to look up to our seniors, observe them, and learn and grow. Like, I'm not telling that I was taught everything from here. Like, I had to invest my personal time, had to do my own self-study, research, and learn a lot of things. But in my knowledge, like the best part, I extracted it from coaching. And like also like apart from those streams, we got assigned with artificial intelligence projects to work on the side. Like we had around 2 months to work on them, which I found to be very cool because as you know, like as we all know, artificial intelligence is like currently the trendiest topic in the world. So overall, the learning process was like, I found it to be pretty amazing. Yeah.
Thank you, Navoda. That was some wonderful words. So we've been speaking about the streams, the education, and the work at CodeGen. So would you like to explain a little bit about the fun aspects of working at CodeGen?
Yeah, for sure. Like, can't forget the fun part. So here at CodeGen, we find a reason to celebrate every month. Like, apart from the usual events you see, like the New Year festivities, religious festivals like Vesak and Ramadan. Apart from those things, we have like events like we had the Employee Appreciation Day, we had the Paduru Party very recently, another Happy Hour is coming. So where like your job is only to eat, drink, be merry and have fun. And apart from those fun events, like for the sporty and active people here, we have the Coaching Champions League happening at the moment. Even I'm playing badminton and cricket for. So I think there's something for everyone here. And overall, like concluding what I told you now, I think the past 8 months I spent here at CodeGen has been very amazing. And I think it's the same for my colleagues as well.
Thank you so much, Navoda, for those wonderful words about the work and the studies and having fun at CodeGen. So I would like to hand over the session back to Atif to continue our panel discussion. Over to you, Atif.
Thank you, Swati, for conducting this interview with Navoda and getting a fresh perspective on her experience as a tech rookie at CodeGen. While that interview was going on, while Navoda was responding to her answers, one of the things that kept running in my mind is the industry experience and the ever-evolving nature of the IT tech industry. So I have a question to Madhuka. Madhuka, in your perspective, how does TechRookie 360 program adapt to the ever-evolving needs of the industries, specifically the IT industry?
Yeah, so it's multifolds, but let me confine it to the top two, Atif. So firstly, like Ashani also said, once we are done with the training of these tech rookies, we directly engage them with our project and product teams. So those are real world running teams, right? They are doing the projects and the products. So they are constantly adapting with the trends of the industry. So for the tech rookies also to be successful in their journey in these teams, naturally our tech rookie program also should go hand in hand. So that is the key, I would say, of how we make sure that this program is also simultaneously evolved, just in order to make sure that it meets the latest industry trends. And secondly, the resource personnel of this program are our own colleagues, right? They are working in the industry, they are involved with this project and product team, so they themselves know what and how this program needs to be designed to meet that, because they are not being, they are working and then they know how to meet that. So that is, I would say, as the second most important factor, which ensures that this program is updated in a timely manner.
Thank you, Madhuka, for your insightful answer. I believe this is some question that is in the minds of the parents as well. When you apply for a work study scholarship or a program, it is important that you adapt to the industry's ever-evolving nature, which Madhuka brilliantly explained. Along with that, another question that goes hand to hand is what I have for Dasun today. Dasun, from a company and from a general human perspective, what are the long-term career benefits and prospects that student can expect after successfully completing the TechRookie program?
Yeah, sure, Atif. So I think on that aspect, I would just consider a typical student who's going to join a undergraduate program. So if you take a typical student right now, he would be joining a program when he's either 19 or 20 years old. And then he would do a 4-year degree program, and he would be a graduate when he's 24, 25. And then he would again have to spend more time adjusting from academic to the industry. And that would take a little bit more time. And then we consider a 5-year experience, a reasonable experience in the tech industry. So I think by the time a person has 5 years of experience, they would be close to 30 years old. But if you follow the TechRookie program, they would be doing their studies and they would be getting industry experience in parallel. So in 5 years, when they are 24, they will have they will be a graduate of a university, and also they will have 5-year work experience. So I think that would push them forward so much compared to their schoolmates. On the second side, Cogen is known to be a company which has a very good training program. As Nimalka and also Ashani highlighted, we place people in real life projects. We take them the real life journey. We give them real challenges. We let them fail, but we have guardrails to ensure that they have ways to recover and perform even better. So I think that gives these young talent to grow themselves quickly. So I think these two aspects give them a solid foundation, and this really slingshots the person 5 years before all the others and their colleagues. So I think this will help them achieve their dreams quickly, and also it lays a real good foundation to have a very good career.
Thank you, Dasun, for the insightful answer. So, in summary, to have a boost in academics, in work experience, in the competitive tech industry that we have today, a program like this would definitely contribute to your future, your children's future, to ensure that they have the competitive advantage in this very competitive field. So that's one point that parents and the siblings of these applicants have to note for today. So one of the questions that I have for you, Nimalka, in today's panel discussion, I believe this is something that the applicants are also having in their mind. Does the combination of full-time work and weekend studies in TechRookie program enhance the students' learning experience and personal growth? If yes, how so?
Yeah, I think that's quite an important question for I think almost all of our listeners. I believe the dual commitment of having to complete their studies, also their commitments on work in parallel, creates a dynamic learning environment. So to elaborate a little more, I think one of the main advantages then that they can actually get out of that is whatever that they learn from the theory, the knowledge that they learn, they can immediately apply that in a practical context. So I believe that is one of the most beneficial things that they can achieve, because once they do that, it creates a deeper understanding of all the concepts that they learn. Because even if you follow any, the best courses which are provided in the world, if you are not able to apply all those concepts and theories for a real world problem or a real product that has been built in a corporate environment, you would not actually be able to get that solid understanding. So if I may share, I have gone through a similar program, a previous scholarship, and when I joined that program during the first couple of months, it was really overwhelming, because I was wondering how I'm going to complete my studies and like do all the assignments on time and also complete the work at office. But after about 6 months, I believe some of the tech rookies also have experienced this, that once you learn the ropes, you feel that that you are actually able to manage both, and you have a self-satisfaction that you are doing something that the others are not. Basically, you are applying all the theory and all what you have found in your academic studies, and you apply it directly in your work environment. So I believe after 5 years, like I really felt the experience that I gained from that is immeasurable, because after passing out, although it was really tough, I had to sacrifice most of my weekends and the fun times that I could have spent. But after 5 years, the experience that I have got from while working and studying is immeasurable.
Thank you, Nimalka, for the very elaborative answer, and also sharing your personal experience on following a similar program that you did during your time is also, I think, something valuable that the parents can note on how we have successful figures, how we have successful personas around us who are a direct byproduct of the very program that CodeGen is trying to push towards the young IT industry, the young future leaders. So that is something that we would have to take note, ladies and gentlemen. So while having Nimalka's answer in our minds, I would like to give again the control to Swati to have an elaborative session on a similar benefit and a similar fashion with another senior tech rookie. Swati, over to you.
Thank you, Atif. So with me, I have another senior tech rookie with us. We have Umair here. So Umair, how has this experience of being a tech rookie been for you so far?
Yeah, so the experience has been great so far. For the past 8 months, we learned a lot about the IT industry, which we never knew before we joined campus or when we were in school. Yeah, that's been a great 8 months, past 8 months so far.
So you mentioned about being exposed to a lot of new things. So what kind of exposure has CodeGen given to you as being a tech rookie?
Yeah, so CodeGen, during the beginning few months of our Tech Rookie program, we learned all the fundamentals and basics of programming. CodeGen provided us with all of the materials we need to fulfill that need. And later on, we were given individual projects, mini projects, and group projects. These individual projects and mini projects helped us expand our programming skills more than what we learned during the fundamentals. And the group projects helped us a lot to build our team building skills, our time management skills, which in turn also helped us during university, where we also have group projects for our modules in campus.
Okay. So how has the work environment been in CodeGen for you?
Yeah, so the work environment it's been great for the past 8 months. I have been fortunate enough to work with a lot of talented individuals, and not only the tech rookies I worked with so far, we were putting, like one of my colleagues mentioned, that when we were put into different fields. So when we were put into different fields, we were put into different teams. So once when we were put into different teams, we realized, okay, this is how we talk with teams, this is how we manage all our work, and which gave us more exposure to working with teams in a work environment. It also helped us, it still helped us with our group projects and like a campus when we work with groups in campus.
Thank you so much, Umair, for your unique perspective on the tech rookie experience and the work environment that you faced here. So I will be handing it over back to Atif to continue with our panel discussion. Over to you, Atif.
Thank you, Swati. Thank you for obtaining the experience of our fellow tech rookie, Umair. While I take back the panel discussion from Swati, and while I echo all the thoughts that Umair had to share, I believe we are in the last thread of our panel discussion. We are in the last set of questions that we are raising to our panelists today. So just another reminder, if you do have any questions that you want our dignitaries to answer, please drop in the Zoom chat so our Zoom masters and coordinators can take that question and throw it to me so that I can propose those questions here in this forum. So in a sense of slowly coming to an end, in a sense of moving towards from the technicalities, moving towards from the essence and scholarship a part of it, I believe one of the other aspects that we as CodeGen provide to these young leaders, young tech rookies is mentorship. So Ashani, tell us about the mentorship aspects of the Tech Rookie Scholarship Program. How does it enhance, improve learning experience for participants?
Yes, Ati. So the CodeGen mentors have enough experience and expertise in their respective fields in order to give insights, advices, guidance in academic challenges, guidance in the technical challenges, as well as personal development as well. So these mentors actually help the students in order to bridge the gap between the technical knowledge as well as the practical exposure. And going forward, they give constructive feedback on the participant work based in order to identify these strengths as well as to identify their improvement points as well. And if I elaborate more, so these mentors actually they not only give advisors or help in order to improve the technical knowledge, but also in the soft skills as well, like communication, leadership, time management as well, in not only with the technical skills, the hard skills, but also the soft skills as well. And actually these mentors actually they know about juniors' abilities, so because of that they always push the youngers in order to get challenges and go beyond boundaries. So thereby the juniors they get to get the more confidence on their work as well as their studies. So actually these mentorship, it is from the TechRookie program, actually we have assigned one mentor for each student. So thereby this is how the mentorship is organized. So I think I have answered your question now.
Indeed. I think one of the key part of our discussion is also this mentorship. So thank you, Ashani, for reiterating and highlighting on how we have dedicated mentors to groom the tech rookies, to help them whenever they are blocked. So it's not only that they have to commit to their work, it's also an assurance from the company that they are not alone. Whenever they need help, we have resourceful engineers, resourceful analysts that they can get the help of. So thank you, Ashani, for pointing that out to our forum today. So moving on to the next question that I have, and I'm pretty sure throughout the cycle of our discussion, one thing that we are facing is the next question that I have for Madhuka today. So Madhuka, what strategies are in place to ensure that students do not experience burnout due to their dual commitments in this particular program? I believe this is a sensitive topic. Would like your take on this.
Yes, so Atif. So the first point here to note, Atif, is from your own terms, this dual commitment. This goes hand in hand. So the strategy, the key strategy that we have is that we make sure that this dual commitment complements each other, so that one doesn't cause a disruption to the other commitment. So that is one of the critical aspects that we have considered when designing this program. But obviously we are not naive to think that this is not going to create some overwhelming at the start. Even Nimarka himself told how it's challenging, and we've all gone through our own academic programs, and we know how when you are doing assignments and all, how challenging it becomes. So with that comes to the clear point, the previous point that Ashani also said is we've assigned mentors, right? So they are also closely overseeing these tech rookies, and it's not just, the mentoring is not just for the day-to-day work that we do at at office or their day-to-day engagements in the project. It itself is a 360 aspect that they look into how well they are performing in the academics, any support that they need, any guidance that they need, and ensuring that if they need any support, that we from the company, with the materials, with the resource personnel we have, we provide that support. So that is one of the other strategies that we have taken into consideration to make sure that this does not cause any burnout to the tech rookies who are joining. And then also, like I think previously Namoda also said, like we have a lot of engagement that are there, and it's equally open to everybody, including the tech rookies. So like I think the greatest testimony is from the tech rookies itself. So they are engaging a lot in these programs, and we encourage a lot of breaks and to make sure that they have their work segregated clearly, and those are planned out very well. And from the company end, we offer the students a level of flexibility to make sure that they strike the right balance in this dual commitment that they are in. So those are on a very high level, Atif, the key strategies that we have taken into consideration to ensure that this program is successful for the students, and that they do not go into a stage of burnout.
Thank you, Madhuka, for sharing your thoughts on that particular subject area. And thank you very much for sharing with parents. I believe that is also one of the questions that they all have. Yes, we are enrolling such program, but how do we manage ourselves? So thank you for providing that assurance, and thank you for letting the audience know the action plan that we have as a company. Last but not least, I have one question that I have for Dasun. This is the final question from the panelists before we move on to the other subject areas. And this is fairly a very important question. What are the next steps in selection process for TechRookie 360? Can you elaborate further, Dasun?
Yeah, sure, Atif. I'm sure it's a question that is on everyone's mind. So we closed our application process yesterday, and we have now initiated the selection process. So we will have a first round of shortlisting, and after that we are going to conduct an aptitude test. This will be an online test, and we will invite the participants who have been successful. And after the first test, we will then select a shortlist from that, and then we will have another test, which probably is going to be a physical test. We may move to online considering the number of participants, but our preference is to meet everyone who wants to be part of TechRookie and come and see CodeGen also. And after that, we are going to conduct an interview from that shortlist, and then our educational partners, IIT, would also want to have a chat with them. And then we will create a list of selectable candidates in descending merit order based on their performance in this particular selection process. And then our plan is to offer 20 positions, 20 scholarship positions, which is twice how much you offered last year. So I know this is a very aggressive test considering the number of applicants we have, an aggressive process, but I know some will be happy after the selection, some may experience disappointment, but I must stress, even if you don't get selected through this process, let this be a communication that we build with CodeGen for all the others, because we will be able to guide you for some other opportunities that is out there, because TechRookie is not only the only program that is out there in the industry. And also, we are also talking to a few other parties to initiate different types of programs. It may not be a full-time scholarship. It may be other programs that we initiate. So we may be able to direct you for those programs. So for the people who are going to get selected, I think it's going to be a great journey. But even people who don't get selected, let this be a good link between a leading tech company in Sri Lanka, so they can engage with us for growing their career. So I'm sure everyone is excited, and I want to wish everyone wish everyone well for this particular process. And I hope they give their best in the different steps that we have in the process. And I hope to see the same type of enthusiasm that they have shown today in the selection process as well.
Thank you, Dasun. I believe one of the key points Dasun mentioned that I want to reiterate to the audience today, regardless of what the process may be, what the selection process may be, do not be disappointed. We have a lot of other ways that you can contact CodeGen. You can have a relationship with us in your career path in the IT industry, which is something that you can certainly achieve. So having that in mind and having a wonderful panel discussion with these dignitaries, I would like to give the opportunity to my co-host Swati again to interview another senior tech rookie to provide some insights on how they've been feeling at CodeGen. Swati, over to you again.
Thank you very much, Atif. So I'm here with the final tech rookie for the evening that I will be interviewing for today. So hi, Yehin, how are you? Okay, so how has this tech rookie life been so far for you?
So past few months has been a amazing ride, filled with joy and learning. So I'll give you a glimpse into the 360-degree experience I've had. So one of the key things that I want to highlight here is support of the mentors. I've had the opportunity to get the help of both local and foreign mentors. Their expertise, guidance, and willingness to share their insight was really helpful. That helped me a lot to tackle the challenges I've faced.
So you mentioned about the mentors and mentoring sessions that you've faced. So could you elaborate a little bit more on your interactions with your mentors that you've had?
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to interact with multiple teams and people. That experience taught me adaptability and effective communication. Working in an agile environment, I learned the importance of flexibility and repetition.
Okay, so your friends mentioned about the multiple streams that they got interested into and they were shown about at CodeGen. So could you elaborate on these streams that were there, that you faced, and whatever you found interesting?
Yeah, TechRookie 360 program isn't just a scholarship. It's a holistic journey that covers multiple streams. When it comes to software engineering, a lot of students think that it's just coding. There's more to it. We've been through multiple streams, as my friends told you earlier. So I'll tell you what were in those streams. In project management, we learned how to transform ideas into actionable plans. Business analysis taught us the art of bridging the gap between business and tech. Quality assurance instilled the attention to detail. Development and DevOps honed our technical skills. Another thing is hands-on experience with real-world projects. It's been invaluable. It's one thing to learn in theory, but whole another thing to see your solutions making a real impact.
So you have had a very comprehensive skill development after joining the Tech Rookie program. So the final question for you, Yehin, and for our interviewing series of the Tech Rookies, could you share your thoughts about the benefits of the program and the working environment and the work-life balance at CodeGen?
Earning a degree through this program is a massive advantage. It's not just the knowledge. It's about the mindset and the credibility it brings. CodeGen lifestyle event has been a fantastic blend of learning and fun. They've fostered a sense of community and belonging. The work environment here is one of support and growth. That was really supportive. Another thing is, when you come into CodeGen, it's not just a workplace. So, it's just been
Thank you so much, Yehin, for your wonderful words of wisdom. So thank you to all the tech rookies that joined us today in our interviewing series and sharing their unique perspectives, words of wisdom, all the experiences that they've faced throughout their tech rookie journey. And also to the applicants out there, hope to see you all here as well. So hope you guys also had gained a better understanding, a better knowledge of this Tech Rookie 360 experience. I will be handing over the session back to Atif again to continue with the day's proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati, for conducting a wonderful set of interviews with our senior Tech Rookie batch, where they shared their experiences, their values that they obtained from this program throughout their past tenure, which is insightful for us as a company, and I'm pretty sure it was insightful for you as an audience from home today. So I believe based on my request, you have had a lot of questions. So our Zoom masters, our coordinators had a tough time sorting out these questions to answer based on the time capacity that we have today. Before I move into the Q&A panel, I have to mention that our email address to contact the TechRookie related coordination is displayed via chat in Zoom. So just to iterate, it is techrookie360@codegen.net. Once again, techrookie360@codegen.net. So to start off the questions, I believe one of the questions that a lot of you have is you might want to watch this video a later time of the day. So I believe the resources have provided that the videos will be available in YouTube. So you can watch these videos wherever you get this opportunity. So I have a couple of questions that I have picked that I will be asking out of the questions that you proposed to our dignitaries. I'll point the first question to Dasun, because his context of answers were based on this. Dasun, when will CodeGen inform the applicants if they are chosen or not? I believe that's a very important question.
Yes, Atif. So, as I said before, we have started the selection process. So we envision the process will take 4 to 5 weeks. Our aim is to inform the applicants towards the end of September whether they are chosen or not.
Thank you. So the answer is towards the end of September. You might have to look into and be vigilant on the response based on your selection process. I believe the next question is again towards the scholarship part of this program. Madhuk, I'll lend it over to you. One of the parties is asking if this is a 100% scholarship.
The simple answer, Atif, is yes. But how we like to see it is, it's something more than a 100% full scholarship. So I know your main concern is, how will the cost of the degree be bared? So that will be fully covered as part of this program by CodeGen. But we always would like to see whoever join in this program as well to see it as something more than that, more than the full scholarship that we give for the degree. There's a lot more that is being offered as part of this program, and that is what we see as TechRookie 360.
Thank you, Mabuga. Next, another question that relates to our education partner. One of the questions that Nimalka, that I would like to enlighten our audience today is, which universities is this degree accredited to? I think it's a valid question from the audience perspective.
Yeah, so actually to answer that, I believe there are multiple degrees that our education partner, who is IIT, are currently offering. So, we can provide further details on that, but I believe most of the universities, most of the programs offered, degrees offered by IIT are affiliated to University of Westminster. So if there is any difference in any of the other degree programs which are currently being offered by IIT, we will certainly let you know.
Another question that I have towards Dasun is, I believe in the fashion of current context, it's a valid question from the audience and to inquire if this is a work from home program, if it is an online program, or if it's a physical program. I would like to know your take on this.
Yeah, Atif, I'm sure after COVID this is in everyone's mind. This particular program is not offered as a work from home program. It is a full-time work from office program, because we engage in building Sri Lanka's future tech talent, and we want them to experience this. We are not just creating coders, we are creating an individual which has a 360-degree view of the tech industry. So in order to experience that, we need people to engage, collaborate in person so they understand what is it like to be part of the tech industry. So to answer your questions, it's a full work from office program. It is not a work from home program.
Thank you, Dasun. I have a follow-up question to this that I point directly towards you. I believe you will be able to provide a very wide grasp of an answer. Some of our participants from home have asked this question: will the company promote highly performing individuals, interns, to next position during this scholarship period?
Yes, Atif, that's a valid question, and the answer is yes. Because if we find people who are performing really well, there's nothing stopping them from going to the next level, and there's nothing stopping them because they're an undergraduate or still following a degree. There's nothing stopping them going to the next level and growing up the career ladder. So the answer is yes, that opportunity is available as long as they perform well, as long as they have the commitment and the learning mindset, the passion for technology. Then obviously we will promote them when the time's right.
Thank you, Dasun, for the wonderful answer. With the time capacity and the time limitation, there are lots of questions that we want to answer, a lot of questions that you want to ask. So with the capacity of time, we would have to wind up our Q&A session. But I would like to reiterate, if you have any question that you want answered, any specific details, you can always reach out to TechRookie360@cogent.net. Once again, TechRookie360@cogent.net. I would allow the Zoom masters to put this via chat so you can note this and type out any queries that you have. Our stakeholders, our correspondents can get back to you. With that, we are coming to the end of our panel discussion and the webinar. So I would like to first thank the esteemed dignitaries for taking part today, taking their time to elaborate and provide their mission, vision and stance on what CodeGen as a company is doing to serve for the young leaders, your son, your brothers, and you yourself to become a better person in the tech industry. This is CodeGen doing its part to the country, to improve, and CodeGen doing its part to you. And I believe, to give a summary of it, it involves your effort as well. It's a two-way street. I believe our dignitaries pointed out in a very beautiful way. It's a dual commitment. It's the company and you work together to make things smooth in a manner. So to wind up, I would like to congratulate all of you for applying, to taking the first step of applying for this scholarship. That means you have the knack, you have the keen interest in learning, and you have the vision to look beyond others, to understand that you need the career experience as well to perform in this tech industry. I believe you are, with this first step, you are in the right path. So parents, applicants, members of the house, wish you all the very best. Keep in touch with CodeGen. Keep in touch with our panel. I have once again reiterating TechRookie360@cogent.net, our email address. Ask any questions you want. And thank you all for tuning in today. And thank you everyone. Thank you the senior Tech Rookies, my co-host Swati. So I'm signing off. Your host for today, Atif Nihas. Thank you.